Power is not given, it is taken. It is forged in the fire of struggle, sharpened by discipline, and wielded by those who refuse to bow to weakness. Most people live their lives shackled by doubt, by fear, by the illusion that they need permission to be great. They wait for a sign, for someone to tell them they are worthy, for an opportunity that will never come. But the powerful do not wait. They do not ask. They take. If you want to master the art of being all-powerful, you must first destroy the weakest parts of yourself. That voice in your head that says you are not enough, silence it. That hesitation before you take action, erase it. Every excuse, every doubt, every limitation, it must be burned away until nothing remains but your will. Power is not about controlling others. It is about mastering yourself. The one who is truly powerful does not seek validation, does not crumble under pressure, and does not surrender when the world turns against them. They rise again and again until they are undeniable. Discomfort? Pain? Struggle? These are the bricks with which power is built. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger, to become more ruthless, more resilient. The world will test you. People will doubt you. Let them. Their disbelief is fuel. Most will never achieve true power because they are afraid. Afraid to stand alone. Afraid to be hated. Afraid of what it takes. But you, if you have the courage to embrace it, you will become unstoppable. The weak will break. The strong will rise. So ask yourself, do you have the will to take what is yours? To shape the world instead of being shaped by it? To stand tall when others kneel? You were never meant to kneel. You were never meant to beg for scraps of strength, to shrink from the chaos, to tremble at the weight of your own potential. Power is not given, it is taken. Carved from the bedrock of your discipline. Forged in the fire of every no you've ever swallowed, every impossible you've ever buried. The world does not crown the timid. It breaks them, grinds their resolve to dust. But you are not a beggar. You are a storm, a force that bends the horizon to its will. Feel it, that hunger in your marrow. The voice that screams, "Rise, you think greatness is a gift?" No, it is a war. A war against weakness, against doubt, against the lie that you are small. Every second you hesitate, the universe grows heavier. Chains of fear tighten. But hear this, you are the architect of chains, and you are the wildfire that melts them. Breathe, and ask yourself, what will you become when you stop bargaining with shadows? Mastery is not a destination. It is the rage to reject limits. To stand in the inferno and say, "Burn hotter," to stare into the abyss and laugh as it blinks first. Now, command the storm. They will tell you the throne is not yours, that the summit is too steep, the night too dark. Let them whisper, let them doubt. While they cling to their rules, you rewrite them. You are the wave that crashes against cliffs until they crumble. The avalanche that begins with a single crack, silent, inevitable, unstoppable. Your scars are not wounds, they are maps. Proof you've walked through hell and kept walking. You think the fire in you is there to be controlled? No, it is there to consume, to turn mediocrity to ash, to light the path for those too afraid to ignite their own. There is almost no someday. The clock is a blade. Every tick carves your legacy into the bones of time. Will it read he hesitated or he took action? The weak pray for calm seas. You summon hurricanes. You breathe in chaos and exhale purpose. because you know the tighter the chains, the sweeter the sound when they shatter. So let the ground shake. Let the skies split. Let them call you a monster. As you rebuild the world in your image. The end? There is no end. Only the relentless, ruthless, roaring now. Seize it, or become its prey. They will tell you the throne is not yours, that the summit is too steep, the night too dark. Let them whisper, let them doubt. While they cling to their rules, you rewrite them. You are the wave that crashes against cliffs until they crumble. The avalanche that begins with a single crack, silent, inevitable, unstoppable. Your scars are not wounds, they are maps. Proof you've walked through hell and kept walking. Each step a declaration: I refuse to die where I stumbled. You think pain is your enemy? No. Pain is the chisel that carves the statue of who you are from the stone of who you were. You think the fire in you is there to be controlled? No, it is there to consume, to turn mediocrity to ash, to light the path for those too afraid to ignite their own, to scorch the earth of excuses and plant flags in the soil of your ambition. The clock is a blade. Every tick carves your legacy into the bones of time. Will it read? He hesitated, or he roared. The universe does not reward those who ask permission. It bows to those who act, who grip fate by the throat and whisper, you are mine. The weak pray for calm seas. You summon hurricanes. You breathe in chaos and exhale purpose. Because you know the tighter the chains, the sweeter the sound when they shatter. The heavier the darkness, the brighter the spark when you strike. You were not born to orbit others like a moon. You are a supernova, a collapse of light so violent it births galaxies. They will try to name you, cage you, drown you in their smallness. Let them. While they build walls, you are already climbing. While they count losses, you are already bleeding into the soil of your next victory. So let the ground shake. Let the skies split. Let them call you a monster. As you rebuild the world in your image, let them mistake your silence for surrender. Right until the moment your silence becomes a roar that cracks the sky. The end. There is no end. Only the relentless, ruthless roaring now. The furnace of this moment, where you decide, will you be the anvil or the hammer? Will you rust in the rain or sharpen in the storm? This is not about strength. It is about hunger. The kind that gnaws at your ribs when the world sleeps. The kind that turns stumbles into strides and wounds into weapons. You do not find power, you unearth it. Dig your hands into the dirt of your soul and pull it, raw and bleeding, into the light. They will say you are too much, too loud, too fierce, too alive. Let them. Let their words hang in the air like smoke. Watch them dissolve in the wind of your momentum. You are not here to fit into their cages of enough. You are here to ignite, to scorch the boundaries of what they dare to dream. You think the mountain exists to be climbed? No, it exists to be moved. To prove that even the earth itself bends to those who refuse to yield, to those who plant their feet in the bedrock of their truth and say, here. This is where I reshape the world. You've tasted fear bitter and thick, but fear is not a cage, it is a compass. It points to the edge of your courage and hisses, jump anew. You do not fall. You fly, wings forged from every lie you've ever burned, every ghost you've ever buried. The doubters, they are relics, fossils of a dead age, clinging to their tombs of can't and won't, but you are the earthquake. The ground beneath their feet trembles, not to destroy, but to awaken, to remind them that even stone must kneel to pressure. They will call you mad, a heretic, a tempest in a world of still ponds. Let them. Madness is the language of gods and conquerors. The saying, build cages. The unhinged build empires. You think time is your enemy? That it slips through your fingers like sand? No, time is clay. Knead it, twist it, force it to hold the shape of your will. Let the past be ash, let the future be a forge. And the present? The present is a blade sharpened by your focus, bloodied by your action. You are not a prisoner of your DNA, not a slave to circumstance. You are the alchemist. Turn fear into fuel. Turn agony into armor. Turn the poison they feed you into the antidote that resurrects your deadest dreams. The soul is not a spark, it is a supernova, a dying star that refuses to die quietly, that detonates itself to birth new worlds. Let them tremble at your light. Let them shield their eyes from the glare of your becoming. You've been taught to fear the void, the silence, the unknown. But the void is not empty. It is pregnant, a womb of infinite possibility. Step into it. Let its darkness be the canvas for your chaos. Let its silence amplify the war cry in your veins. You want power? True power? It is not in the throne, not in the crown. It is in the unmaking. The moment you dissolve every lie you were told about your limits. The moment you stare into the mirror and see not a face, but a force, a singularity, a black hole that swallows doubt and spins it into destiny. They will send their armies, their laws, their gods. Let them. You are the heretic, the one who laughs at their heaven and carves a new one from the ribs of their hell, the one who grinds their sacred texts into dust and writes new commandments with your fists. You ask, how long must I fight? This is not a fight. This is a ceremony, a sacrament, a love affair with the part of you that cannot, will not, has never broken. Every scar is a vow. Every tear is a baptism. Every scream is a hymn. And when your body fails, when your bones ache and your breath falters, remember you are not a body. You are a phenomenon. A ripple in the fabric of existence that becomes a tsunami, a whisper that becomes a revolution, a spark that becomes an eternal flame. So let them dig your grave. Let them chant their epitaphs. You will rise not as a phoenix, but as a titan. Like, comment, and subscribe.